Good morning everyone. This video is for the students of class 7th subject English. In this video, we are going to revise our lesson number 4, that is the ashes that made trees bloom, and this is my lecture number 3. So as we have already read this chapter in our lecture number 1 and 2, we came to know that the characters in the story are Muko, who was a dog, a kind old couple, and wicked neighbors. So in this lecture, we are going to revise this lesson with the help of these comic images. So in the 19th century in Japan, there lived an old couple. They had a pet dog. They loved it as if it were their baby. It was provided with a cushion and was fed lovingly by the couple. The old man was a rice farmer and was followed by his pet to the fields. Old man's kindness could be observed as he offered food to birds as well. And seeing the owner doing this kindness, the dog Muko also was very kind, and he never hurt the heron who always followed them. One day, the dog has taken the man to a spot and began scratching the earth there. Now when the dog started scratching the earth there, the man also started digging the earth. And after digging the earth, he found a pile of gold. He was very happy and they became rich, and after that they bought a piece of land. After becoming rich, they gave a feast, or we can say party, to their friends and did charity to their poor friends. They also thanked their God in a very good way. So, in contrast to this old loving couple, there lived an insensitive and jealous couple who had always kicked and scolded old dogs whenever any passed their house. On hearing about the good luck Muko brought to his owner, they tried to dissuade him by offering him bits of fish and other dainties, or we can say tasty food, hoping that he would find treasure for them. But the Muko, being afraid of the cruel pair, would neither eat nor move. Means they failed to succeed in their motive. Then they used force to take the dog to a place where they could find some place to dig gold. But the dog befooled them, and he began scratching at a place where a dead kitten was buried. And when he started scratching at that place, the jealous and greedy couple took his spade, and old woman took his hoe, and they began digging. But there was nothing. They found a dead kitten, the smell of which made them drop their tools and shut their noses. Now the pair was so angry, and they were so angry that angrily the old man killed the dog, and his wife nearly chopped off his head with a sharp hoe. Then they buried his carcass or dead body into the soil and made a heap of earth over it. Then the owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet, and they regretted the severance with the dog and mourned its death. He set up bamboo tubes to honor its grave and laid a cup of water and food as they used to do to feed it. One day When the old man was sleeping, the spirit of the dog appeared in his dreams and asked him to cut the pure tree near his grave. It wanted him to make a mortar, or we can say bowl, for his rice pastry and a mill for bean sauce. Then the old man followed the wish of the dog, so he chopped down the tree and cut out the middle part of the tree. Then, with great labor, partially by fire, partially by the chisel, he took out a hollow place as big as a small bowl from that piece of tree. Along with that, he made a long handled hammer of the wood with the help of which he could crush the rice. Then, when New Year's time was around, he decided to make a rice pastry. When the rice was boiled and it was poured into the bowl, into the mortar, the old man lifted the hammer to pound or to crush it into the dough. To his surprise, it changed into a heap of gold coins. The same thing happened with the old woman when she poured beans to the hand mill, gold started dripping like rain. The jealous neighbors were watching everything, so they came to borrow the mortar and the magic mill. Then the next day the wicked neighbor came and borrowed the mortar and the magic mill from the old kind couple. After borrowing the mortar and the mill, they filled one with the boiled rice and the other with beans. Then the old man began to crush and the woman to grate. But it was nothing. Their pastry turned out to be a full mass of worms, and they were so angry that they cut the mill into pieces and used it for firewood. The generous old man dreamt again. This time the spirit of the dog informed him about how the mill had been burnt by the wicked couple. He then asked him to take the ashes of the mill and sprinkle them on the withered tree, and they will bloom again. The old man went to his neighbor's house and did the same as was asked by the spirit of the dog. But he found the old greedy couple, sitting before the fireplace burning the logs of the mill. Then he asked them for the pieces of the mill or for the ashes. First of all, they denied, but after that, they gave him or they allowed him to take away the bucket full of ashes. Then, when the wicked couple allowed him to take the ashes of the mill, he took ashes of the mill and he filled his basket. Then, after taking ashes from the wicked neighbor's house, he went back to his home. Going back to his home, he asked his wife to come with him to the garden. Reaching to the garden, he went to the withered or dry tree and he took a pinch of ash from his basket and then sprinkled it over the tree. In a minute, there was a magic and the tree was filled with all pink flowers, which was perfuming the air, which was filling the air with a good smell and happiness. This news reached the village, and everyone ran out to see the wonder. And in the same, the couple, or we can say the greedy couple, also heard the story, and this time they also tried to take the ash and do the same magic. Then, on hearing that his lord, or we can say daimyo, was arriving, the old kind man climbed up on a old withered cherry tree. It was their custom that whenever their lord or daimyo will arrive, they would kneel down and would look downward. But the old kind man, instead of kneeling down, he climbed up the withered cherry tree. Suddenly, the leader of the van saw him. Once he thought that he would call him down, but seeing that he was such an old fellow, he pretended not to notice him and passed him by. Then, when the daimyo and his wife were passing by, they were near to the tree. The old kind man sprinkled the ash on it. In a moment, the tree was full of blossoms. It was full of flowers. The daimyo was so happy to see it that he rewarded the old kind man, and he also invited him to his castle. The old man was so happy that he happily went to his home to share his happiness with his dear old wife. On hearing this news, the greedy neighbor also tried to do the same. He climbed up the tree instead of kneeling down like the crowd. And when the daimyo and his wife were near the tree, he sprinkled the ash. But the wind blew the fine dust and everything was messed up. The ash went in the noses and eyes of the daimyo and his wife. And the man whose business was to say, "Get down on your knees," caught the wicked neighbor and beat him to the death. Thus the wicked old man died in the mud, but the kind friend of the dog, the old kind man and couple, they lived a happy life. So, from this chapter, we learned that people are known by their deeds, just as a tree is known by its leaves and fruits. People and animals will all be kind to us if we are kind to them. But being mean or wicked usually makes us less happy. So, this was your lesson number 4, the ashes that made trees bloom. I hope you understood it now. So, your homework is you have to learn lesson number 4, the ashes that made trees bloom. So, now we shall discuss homework solution of our last video, that is lecture number 3 of lesson number 4, the ashes that made trees bloom. After that, we will discuss the book exercise also. So, this is your fair notebook work. Now it is your choice whether you have to make a new format or you have to continue with the old format. It is your choice. So, our first question is, it is given on page number 63, walking with the text. Answer the following questions. The first question is, the old farmer is a kind person. What evidence of his kindness do you find in the first two paragraphs? The answer is, the old farmer was a kind person. He loved his dog as though it were a baby. He fed his dog with his own hands. He was patient and kind to everything that had life. The question number second is, what did the dog do to lead the farmer to the hidden gold? What did the dog do to lead the farmer to the hidden gold? The answer is, the dog came running and put his paws against the farmer's legs. He made indications to the farmer to follow him. The farmer followed him to the place where gold was hidden. Now, the question number 3 has parts. Its first part is, how did the spirit of the dog help the farmer first? How did the spirit of the dog help the farmer first? The answer is, The spirit of the dog asked the farmer in his dream to cut down the pine tree over his grave and make a mortar for rice pastry and a mill for bean sauce. I repeat, the spirit of the dog asked the farmer in his dream to cut down the pine tree over his grave and make a mortar for rice pastry and a mill for bean sauce. Question number third, second part is how did it help him next? The answer is the spirit of the dog informed the farmer in his dream that his wicked neighbors had burnt the hand mill. He advised him to take the ashes of the mill and sprinkle them on the withered trees and they would bloom again. I repeat, the spirit of the dog informed the farmer in his dream that his wicked neighbors had burnt the hand mill. He advised him to take the ashes of the mill and sprinkle them on the withered trees and they would bloom again. Now the fourth question is why did the daimyo reward the farmer but punish his neighbor for the same act? The answer is the daimyo rewarded the farmer because when he sprinkled a pinch of ash over the withered cherry tree it sprouted. But when his greedy neighbor threw a handful of ashes over the tree did not blossom, and wind blew the fine dust in the noses and eyes of the daimyo and his wife. That is why daimyo punished his neighbor. I repeat, the daimyo rewarded the farmer because when he sprinkled a pinch of ash over the withered cherry tree, it sprouted. But when his greedy neighbor threw a handful of ashes over the tree did not blossom, and wind blew the fine dust into the noses and eyes of the daimyo and his wife. That is why daimyo punished his neighbor. Now, this is your exercise given on page number 64 under the heading Working with Language. In this, read the following paragraph and frame questions on the italicized phrases. Anil is in school. I am in school too. Anil is sitting in the left row. He is reading a book. Anil's friend is sitting in the second row. He is sharpening his pencil. The teacher is writing on the blackboard. Children are writing in their copybooks. Some children are looking out of the window. Now, what you have to do, we have to first of all read this paragraph, which we have done. After reading it, now we can see the italicized phrases. We have to frame questions from them. See like this. For the italicized phrase in school, the question we formed is first, where is Anil? For the italicized phrase in the left row, the question formed is second, where is Anil sitting? For the italicized phrase reading a book, the question made is third, what is he doing? Then for the italicized phrase in the second row, the question formed is fourth, where is Anil's friend sitting? After that, our phrase is sharpening his pencil. The question is, what is Anil doing? The fifth one. After this, the phrase is, the teacher is writing. So the question is, who is writing on the blackboard? After that, the phrase is looking out of the window. For this phrase, the question formed is, what are some children doing? Now, this is your second exercise given on page number 65. In which we have to write appropriate question words in the blank spaces in the following dialogues. The first dialogue is said by Neha. Dash, did you get this book? Sheila, yesterday morning. Neha, dash is your sister crying? Sheila, because she has lost her doll. Neha, dash room is this, yours or hers? Sheila, it's ours. Neha, dash, do you go to school? Sheila, we walk to school, it is nearby. So, after filling the blanks, the conversation is like this. Neha, when did you get this book? Sheila, yesterday morning. Neha, why is your sister crying? Sheila, because she has lost her doll. Neha, whose room is this, yours or hers? Sheila, it's ours. Neha, how do you go to school? Sheila, we walk to school, it is nearby. Now, this is our exercise third given on the same page. Fill in the blanks with the words given in the box. The words are how, what, when, where, which. The first sentence is my friend lost his chemistry book. Now he does not know dash to do and dash to look for it. Second, there are so many toys in the shops. Nina can't decide dash one to buy. Third, you don't know the way to my school. Ask the policeman dash to get there. Fourth, you should decide soon dash to start building your house. Fifth, do you know dash to ride a bicycle? I don't remember and I learnt it. Sixth, you should know dash to talk and dash to keep your mouth shut, the teacher advised Anil. Now, after using the clues given in the box, the sentences are like this. First, my friend lost his chemistry book. Now he doesn't know what to do and where to look for it. Second, there are so many toys in the shops. Nina can't decide which one to buy. Third, you don't know the way to my school. Ask the policeman how to get there. Fourth, you should decide soon where to start building your house. Fifth, do you know how to ride a bicycle? I don't remember when and where I learned it. Sixth, you should know when to talk and when to keep your mouth shut, the teacher advised. Now, this is your fourth exercise given on page number 66. Add im or in, m or n to each of the following words and use them in place of the italicized words in the sentences given below. So the words are patient, proper, possible, sensitive, or competent. First, the project appears very difficult at first sight, but it can be completed if we work very hard. Second, he lacks competence, that's why he can't keep any job for more than a year. Third, don't lose patience, your letter will come one day, the postman told me. Fourth, that's not a proper remark to make under the circumstances. Fifth, he appears to be without sensitivity. In fact, he is very emotional. Now, in place of italicized words, we have to use the words given in the box with adding im or in. Okay. So the first sentence is the project appears impossible at first sight, but it can be completed if we work very hard. So instead of very difficult, we have used impossible. Second, he is incompetent. That's why he can't keep any job for more than a year. Now in this sentence, in place of lacks competence, we have used incompetent. Third, don't be impatient. Your letter will come one day, the postman told me. So, in place of lose patience, we have used impatient. Fourth, that's an improper remark to make under the circumstances. Now, in place of not a proper, we have used improper. Next, he appears to be insensitive. In fact, he is very emotional. So, in place of without sensitivity, we have used insensitive. Now, this is your Exercise number 5 given on same page number 66, in which you have to use articles a, an or the in the blanks. There was once dash play which became very successful. Dash famous actor was acting in it. In dash play his role was that of dash aristocrat who had been imprisoned in dash castle for 20 years. In dash last act of dash play, someone would come on dash stage with a letter which he would hand over to dash prisoner. Even though dash aristocrat was not expected to read dash letter at each performance, he always insisted that dash letter be written out from beginning to end. Now, after using articles, the paragraph is like this. There was once a play which became very successful. A famous actor was acting in it. In the play, his role was that of an aristocrat who had been imprisoned in a castle for 20 years. In the last act of the play, someone would come on the stage with a letter which he would hand over to the prisoner. Even though the aristocrat was not expected to read the letter at each performance, he always insisted that the letter be written out from beginning to end. Now, this is your last exercise given on page number 67. Question number 6. Encircle the correct article. A. Would you like dash apple or dash banana? I would like dash apple, please. Take dash red one in dash fruit bowl. You may take dash orange also if you like. B. Which one? A. Dash one beside dash banana. Now, in place of dash, you have to use any one of the article. Okay, so you have to encircle the article in your book. The answer is A. Would you like an apple or a banana? B. I would like an apple, please. A. Take the red one in the fruit bowl. You may take an orange also if you like. B. Which one? A. The one beside the banana. I hope it is clear to you. So now we have finally completed our lesson 4, the ashes that made trees bloom. I hope you understood this and you like this video. If you like this video, then please subscribe our channel.